And then there's this thing at the back, which is a charge bench. My FPS just dropped massively. I'm not sure why. This is a charge bench. This is Mach 1. There are 3 different levels. So you can have a charge bench Mach 1, 2 and 3, and this will charge up your electric tools, which I will go through later. I don't actually have an example at the moment, but yeah, this will charge up your tools, which we're going to make in a minute. But I didn't go through the crafting recipes of these, so that's what I'm going to do. Macerator, 3 flint, 2 gravel, that's not gravel, 2 cobblestone, 1 machine block and 1 electronic circuit. Machine block requires 8 refined iron in an O formation, and it's also a convenient way to store refined iron. Okay, the compressor requires 3 smooth stone, 1 machine block and 1 electronic circuit, and the extractor requires 4 unused tree taps, 1 machine block and an electronic circuit. Just remember, you cannot use these tree taps, otherwise it will not work. And if you care about using it, the electrolyzer requires 2 empty cells, 4 copper cable, 1 electronic circuit and 1 machine block. A empty cell is made using 4 tin, which makes 16 empty cells, which is pretty good. They can be filled with all kinds of things such as water, lava, oil, fuel, coal, all kinds of things. Okay, so once you've made all these machines, these are fantastic. They make everyday jobs really simple, but constantly using things such as coal and wood, that must get pretty boring at some point. So we're going to want a way of natural power, which we can do. We can make solar panels and windmills and water mills, but water mills aren't really the best source of power, so we're going to ignore them for now. Okay, so these are low voltage. That's a solar panel, and that is a low voltage solar panel. A solar panel is simple. It is made with 3 glass, 3 coal dust, which is made when you put coal in a macerator. It yields 1 coal dust, 2 electronic circuits, 1 generator, which yields 1 solar panel. It's quite expensive, and the solar panel will give out 1 EU per tick. So as you can see, nothing's happening, but if we connect it up to the back box, it will begin to generate EU. Let's get rid of that. With just 1 solar panel, it will generate it pretty slow. Okay, but if we turn it to night, of course, as you can probably expect, the generation will stop. So let's turn it to daytime again. And this is a low voltage solar panel, which generates 8 EU per tick, so it's a lot more useful, but it's a nightmare to craft. It requires 8 solar panels and 1 low voltage transformer. I'll explain these in a minute. These require 3 copper, 2 copper cable and 1. I can't speak today. What is wrong with me? 4 wooden planks. And then there's this thing here, which is a windmill, which depending on its placement is useless or quite good. A windmill generates energy via the wind, and that just requires 1 generator and 4 iron, so it's quite cheap to make. And it do not connect it by these 2 sides, because that's where the generation comes in. The energy generation is calculated in its 4 block radius, so it needs to have 4 blocks free for maximum EU generation. Okay, so that's our machine sorted. We've got some basic power, and we've got a natural way of getting power. So yeah, but now we're going to go a bit further. We're constantly using up fuel for our tools, like iron. We're going to need the iron for other things, so constantly using it for tools such as pickaxes is a bit of a nuisance. So it's time to get even more Tekkit here and make electric tools. Ah yeah, electric tools are so much useful because they are infinite. You can use them. Once they run out of energy, you need to charge them again, but you can use them again and again. I'll explain what each of these are. So we have a mining drill, which is a cross between a pickaxe and a shovel. It's the same speed as a diamond pickaxe, so it's extremely fast, but it cannot mine obsidian. It requires 5 refined iron, 1 electronic circuit, and 1 RE battery. And if you want it to mine obsidian, which it can do really fast, give it 3 diamonds. Turn it into a diamond drill. Next, we have this thing here. Notice it's partially charged. It's an electric tree tap, which requires 1 full tree tap, 1 electronic circuit, and 1 RE battery, which gives you an electric tree tap. If the battery is charged, then the tool will be charged. If the battery is not charged, then the tool will need charging. So it works like that for all things that require energy to craft. This is an electric hoe. It's exactly what you think it is. Requires 2 refined iron, an electronic circuit, and a battery. And we have an electric wrench. I did not mention the wrench earlier, but the wrench is used to remove your machines. Keep that in mind. If you remove your machines with a pickaxe, they will not give you the machine back. They will give you a machine block, unless it's the electric furnace, because it doesn't require a machine block. You need to get rid of your machines using a wrench, which is made using using bronze. Bronze is made with bronze dust, and 2 bronze dust can be made with 3 copper dust and 1 tin dust, which you can make at the macerator. And to remove it, right click with a wrench. You can do this with in any direction, and you can also do this with a bat box to change the way the bat box is facing. So it's outputting through the orange dot. To get rid of the orange dot, to get rid of the bat box itself, click the orange dot with the wrench. So we're going to turn it back. There we go. Okay, so yeah, that's the wrench. You can also make an electric wrench, so it lasts forever. So you need a full wrench, and it's the same way as an electric tree tap. And of course, we can make one of the most epic weapons of all, a chainsaw. It's made with 5 refined iron, electronic circuit, and another battery, which is used to cut down trees extremely fast or slay enemies like a boss. It doesn't do very much damage, to be fair, but it's still quite fun. And then we've got these 2 here. We've got jetpacks. Notice they're slightly different. This is a normal jetpack. It requires fuel, which we can't make at the moment. Fuel requires oil, which you can find around the world. And using a refinery, you can turn it into fuel, which is used to fuel things, believe it or not. I'm wearing an electric jetpack at the moment. Eventually, you will run out of fuel in your jetpack, and you need a jetpack refueler to refuel it. That's pretty simple. But you can also make an electric version, which is made with 4 refined iron, 2 glowstone dust, 1 advanced circuit, and a bat box. So an advanced circuit is crafted with a normal circuit with 4 redstone, 2 lapis, and 2 glowstone dust. It's quite expensive, and you do need to go to the nether, so be careful, but you can find ores in the nether as well. So yeah, now if you want to fly, you can have a jetpack. So that's fun. If you want to cushion the blow, you can wear rubber boots, which have the same texture as static boots, so be careful. They're made with 6 rubber and 1 piece of wool, any wool, and they're used to negate massive amounts of fall damage. And now we want to make our basic electric armour. To make this, you're going to need some stuff. I'll explain. You might want a backpack. So if you don't want to constantly charge your tools up, you might want to make a backpack, which once it's charged, it can charge your other tools up as well. So to make it, you need 6 batteries, 1 electronic circuit, and 1 tin, which gives you the backpack. You can also make a solar helmet, which generates energy with the sun, which require 3 copper cable, 5 iron, and 1 normal solar panel, or with an iron helmet. And you can make static boots, which generate energy when you walk. Not very much, but something. And it just requires wool and iron and copper cable. Yeah. So we have our electric armour, which you can use to constantly charge our tools up. To charge a tool, as we explained before, we literally put it in the charge bench, and it will begin to charge. There we go. We now have a fully charged electric tree tap, as well as all of our other tools. Okay, so now we have all our machines, and now we have our epic tool